If there is one thing, and I've said this many times before, but I swear, no matter how much I study about transforming experience and creating the lifestyle that we want, I am continually blown away by just how powerful changing your self-concept is. I'm literally blown away. And it's not just me. I've had people, when I really dig in and when I really do the work from, whether it's practices from Just Be It, The Secret to Having What You Want in Life, or other self-concept development practices, right? When I really do that work, people around notice a change, right? An energetic change, the way that I show up in the world, the way that you show up in the world. It's so, so powerful. And that's the whole reason that I wrote that book and that I put together the children's series and that I spend so much time talking about that, is because I want you to have the most rapid, effective, permanent change you can have, right? That's my purpose. That's my purpose, is to help you have more of what you want. Got a lot of people talking about voting here, which seems somewhat distracting on the street, but okay, well, anyway, a little bit distracted here. I always think it's funny when people wave and honk at people when they're driving cars, because, like, yikes. All right, where was I? Self-concept. When I put in that work and when I do the daily basis, the daily renewing of the mind, right? I used to have a course called Renew Morning Ritual, or it wasn't a course, it was a free digital download that I gave to people when they signed up to my email list. This was years ago. But I pulled that because I'm going to be creating a full-fledged course or a micro course out of it, depending on how it plays out. But that's all about renewing a couple of things every morning, and I'll just tell you the gist of it, right? One of them, it's based on the who, what, where, when, why, and how. And the main one, the foundational one, is who. You've got to renew who you want to be in the world, and then that is the that's the domino effect for everything else, right? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? This is another huge aspect, right? When your why is strong enough, you will find a way, right? Your mind will come up with a way. If you want it bad enough, your mind will come up with ideas and impulses that you can follow. Like, right, this is the inspiration that we talk about. And so that course, starting with the who, it has to be so foundational. And when that is done on a consistent basis every day, everything starts to change, right? Because this is what I talk about, even in the book, and I've talked about this in many episodes of the podcast and all the videos, a lot of videos. And anyway, we're ideas. We're an idea, right? Life is consciousness. This is what Emmett Fox said. We're an expression of the one universal consciousness. And as an idea, well, we have free will, and so we get to choose what idea we express right out into the world, and what idea gets impressed into our consciousness, because whatever we impress in our consciousness will be taken hold of, and then that engine, right, the subconscious engine, will help us get that thing, right? Because the subconscious is just a tool, and I say that in like the highest form of it. It's the most amazing tool in the world. It's like this dynamic tool that once the idea gets in there, then it goes on autopilot. This is why it's hard or challenging to change the way you are, and it takes time, right? It's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes you may have a really great day when your idea is very well impressed on your subconscious mind, and other days it might be a really challenging day when you are lost and drifting, right? That's one thing that I talk about all the time, drifting through life. You may have good experiences on occasion, but mostly most likely you're going to have a lot of bad experiences because you haven't focused on what you want to do. I'm speaking from experience, by the way. There's other factors in play, like the better you feel, the more you're going to flow through life and float on this like experiential fun ride, right? I mean, things are just going to come to you that are really right for you. And I'm working on a product called the High Vibe Life, which is all about that, right? That'll be a course on raising your vibration, because it's really twofold. When your vibration's really high, things are naturally going to be attracted to you, and experiences and people and opportunities that are matched to that, right? That are coming to you because you're on that level, right? If you're feeling really bad, you're kind of going to be creating in that same idea, that same general frequency, right? You're going to be creating experiences like that. And again, speaking from experience, I know you've had experiences with this too. When you're in that mindset, generally great things don't come to you. It's only when you rise up and transcend it that better opportunities come to you, right? And so back to this idea of self-concept, so very important. I want to encourage you, if you haven't already checked it out, to visit gmarkphillips.com/courses, because the 7 pillars of personal development is my course on developing your relationship with yourself. And there is a bonus module that I'll be working on that you will have access to regardless of when you purchase the course, that is going to be talking all about this self-concept. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite practices that I learned. I've got a bunch of these tools that I've discovered on my journey or came up with to develop self-concept, right? Because it does have to be developed. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by accident. It has to be deliberately developed. And you get to choose, because back to the idea that you're an idea. Regardless of what you have been in your life prior to now, you get to choose how you want to show up tomorrow and the next day and next year. And honestly, like, nothing can change until you change. Jim Rohn is one of my favorite, personal development gurus. Honestly, I have not met a personal development guru that doesn't say something to that effect. It's like Jim Rohn said, when you change, or nothing can change until you change, and the success that you attract will be because of who you become, right? Every personal development guru says it. That's why I spend so much time on this, because again, I'm looking for one lever or one button that I can offer you that will help you get the most change, to help me get the most change, right? Because I'm on the path as well. We're all on the same path. And I just want to help people that are prior on the path, right? On the path that I used to be on, get to where they want to be faster. Because that's what it's all about, helping each other up. People further on the path are helping me up. I want to be helping you up if you are on the path too, and I want to help you get there faster. That's the whole point of this all. It's just the whole point of it. And it's amazing. So I want to encourage you to check out 7 Pillars of Personal Development. That was the course that was originally on Udemy, and then I pulled it to make it better, beef it up a little bit, and I wanted to have more control over it, so I put it on my website. Again, you can find it at gmarkphillips.com/courses. And I'm excited to share that with you, and I'm also excited to share the bonus module that I'm working on, talking about self-concept. So if I want to leave you with anything in this video, something that will very much help you on your journey in a radical way, that is this: write down lists of the person that you want to be, or start writing about the person you want to be and focusing on that, right? We are focusing beings. The God force power that flows through us, this intelligent energy that sparks us to life and that sparks every living thing to life, we get to use that in the way that we want to. Not all creatures, not all living things on the planet get to use that power in the way that they want to, right? Animals are driven by instinct. They don't have the free will that human beings have, right? Human beings can decide who they want to be. And being is the foundation of everything that you have, all the experiences that you have in your life, right? The formula is be, do, have. yes, actions can help you bolster or develop your state of being, but it starts with an idea, with who you want to be, right? Change can be very challenging if you don't change yourself first, right? Because that's where it all emanates from, right? We create from within, we express from within. And so changing our mindset and changing our mind about ourselves and renewing our mind about ourselves is the foundation. So if that's one thing I could leave you with, it would be that, right? Write down qualities, characteristics, and attributes. Be specific too. I have multiple pages in my personal development journal and binder that address certain things. Like when I talk about who you want to be, I also mean what you want to be, right? If you want to be a specific type of profession, or if you want to be a specific type of, be a specific type of career person or professional, write that down, right? And then that becomes part of your focus. But also write down qualities that you want to develop within yourself. Do you want to be more organized? Do you want to be more productive? Those kind of things. It's multifaceted and a very effective way to change yourself. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I wish you all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.